Ready
Bear,
as
you there?
I'll ever be.
Monsieur Bear?
Monsieur?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Monsieur.
Monsieur.
Monsieur Bear. Alright. So, where we last left off, you guys have returned to humility's lesson. Victorious, though injured, at least in the case of, well, honestly, a few of you were injured, but one of you more than the rest. Morimoto Ren, specifically, his leg is a little fucked. But nothing that, a few days or so of rest won't heal. You've returned victorious from your delve into a cave related to some sort of creatures that are foul and otherworldly. You sought out a few people to talk to. Morimoto, Akihiro, you spoke to Kakita a bit. Yue, I believe you talked to Asako. Shika talked to her scorpion boy, whose name is escaping me right now.
Soshi.
Soshi. Togashi Eno talked to the servant girl a little bit.
I need to like talk to everybody.
Ramasaki.
Later, yeah.
Ren got to talk to Sanji a bit. That was fun. I don't believe that Toritaka really saw anyone out that when he first got back, if I remember correctly. But we'll pick back up that day, that afternoon. You guys have been going around your conversations. You don't have to reconvene for anything just yet. You can continue to talk to whoever you want. You can try to plan to reconvene for the evening, or just rest for the day. What do you guys want to do?
Shika will go find Yue or Kaido.
Okay. Yue, I know. Asako says she's going to go get the boy. The servant who works for Kuni.
I think she'd want to go with Asako, so she can kind of help explain some things. And also
Okay.
make sure that, like, she's not just like, we're using you as bait. Like,
Oh my god.
Sure. Okay, let me think about the order of that for a minute. Does she could do it the day that you guys get back, or does she do it the day after? Just so I know.
I mean, she's gonna go look for her after she finishes talking to Soshi.
Okay, so that day. Okay.
But
Sorry,
if I can't
out.
find her, it's definitely gonna be like, hey Katie, can you let Kaito Yue know that I would like to speak with her, kind of thing.
I can do that.
Thank you.
She'll pass that along. Yeah. You head down to the village. Sako kind of leading the way down. She strides with purpose. Kind of down where would it be? It's honestly probably near the water. The home that she's moving towards.
mhm.
And you can definitely tell that typically all the citizens, the peasants, kind of bow to you as you guys come through, or clear the way. They do so even more for her. They keep a healthy distance.
Petrified. Got it.
A little
yeah,
bit.
no, that makes sense.
And yeah, she leads you to a smaller home by the water. There are currently two what look like Ashgaru, peasant soldiers who are guarding the door.
Mhm.
And she kind of nods to them and makes her way inside. You follow in tow, I assume?
Yes.
All right. Inside, you will see that there is just one individual sitting in like a common area. this boy, who is just kind of probably just sitting there kind of nervously. And then he sees Asako and you enter. He immediately kind of looks alarmed, stands and bows. Lady Asako, Lady Yue. And he doesn't say anything more, just kind of bows.
Yep. Also do a little bit of a bow. Hello again.
Arima Zentaro, please take a seat. And he does. And Mai kind of sits across from him. I've just been talking with my associate here, Kaito, who... Well, after conversing, I feel fairly strongly that you are not the source of the corruption that's on you, or was on you. And you can tell he visibly relaxes a lot. It's a big relief for him. We think it's very likely you've been around someone who is corrupted or is tainted. And he kind of looks up. I don't know who that would be. And she kind of just smiles and nods. That's all right. We have a good idea who it is. And we would like you to help us find him. And he kind of looks warily at the two of you. I don't know that I'll be that much help. I don't know. And she just kind of holds up a small hand, and he immediately quiets. It'll be very, very easy. I just need you to go about your duties like you normally do. And then at the end of the day, I need you to report to myself or Lady Kaito here. And if so, well, she actually thinks about it for a minute. How many people do you actually, how many rooms do you clean in Humility's lesson in the castle? There's several, and she nods. Then I would like you to very thoroughly do one room at a time each day, and then come back to us, okay? Start with the most important figures first, and then work your way back. And he looks a little confused, but nods. I could do that. I'll let the people who direct you where to go, I'll let them know that you're going to be doing me this favor. So they won't question the orders, okay? And you can tell his mind's kind of worrying. He's trying to,
Yeah.
he's trying to figure it out.
Yeah. No, I think Yue kind of lets
Asako take the lead.
Asako explain to him, basically.
Sure.
She'll probably come in with, if he has any questions.
Sure. Am I in any danger here? If one of these persons is corrupted in some way and spreading it, there's a chance that it could get me again. Which is why you'll report back to one of us at the end of the day. And we can cleanse you if that's the case. And we'll know who's behind it. You're to tell no one that you're doing this. Do you understand? He nods. None of the other servants, none of the other occupants of this castle, if they ask, if the Lord or his Lady Daidoji ask you what you're doing or why you're changing your patterns, then you direct them my way, okay? What if they tell me to do something opposite of what you say? She kind of ponders it. It is technically his castle, or it's the Matsu castle. So do as they bade, but let me know that that's happened. And again, he nods. Do this, and you'll be completely safe. And you'll have helped us a great deal find somebody who might be causing a good deal of trouble. And again, he kind of nods. Am I? Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
This will be a big help to us.
It really will. We don't have a good way to prove our theory true yet, but if this happens again, we'll be able to kind of pinpoint it a little better and be able to tell Matsudaigo and Matsufumitaka with... She kind of thinks in the words. More certainty and with more validation than we would have had just with our word. And you can tell, like, just like mentioning the fact that she's like mentioning all the people at the very top, like getting involved, is definitely making him nervous.
Yeah.
But he will again. You're free to leave this place again. You're no longer under any sort of arrest. In fact, I prefer if you head back to Humility's lesson as soon as you can and get started. I understand. Thank you. I will do my best. I know you will. Well, thank you for having us in your home. I think we'll be departing. Let us know if you need anything, okay? And he'll bow again, and Saka will go to leave.
Yeah, I think Kaito does hang back.
Okay.
And he will say, Arima, yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if you feel like you are in danger in any way, if you are in imminent danger, I want you to come talk to me. I want you to come see me.
He nods.
As soon as possible. And I will get you out of here.
I will do so, man. Thank you. If we don't find anything, is that gonna put suspicion back on me? Just so I know.
I won't let that happen. Because I know it's not you. I'm positive. I'm just worried more for your safety.
He seems to accept your answer, though he's noticeably still pretty nervous.
Yeah. But like Asako said, just go ahead and about your duties like you normally do. But if at any point you come across something that may be suspicious, or you feel like you're in imminent danger, just I'll try to get you out as quick as possible. I'm sorry about earlier. In the castle, I'll be honest with you, this is part of why I was acting so strange.
Oh.
But-
You... Okay. That makes sense.
But you'll do good. You'll do good. Thanks again for having us.
He bows deeply.
She'll bow less deeply, but
Yeah, sure.
still, same deal. And she will leave.
Sure. You guys head up. And now we wait for a minute. I may still talk to Daidoji. I can't.
About what happened? About our...
Mhm.
Okay.
If I tell Fumitaka straight away, he'll be forced to do something one way or another. And
Do you want me to tell her what I saw?
I think that'd be a good idea.
Okay, I'll come with you.
And she will say, I'd tell Daigo as well, or I'd tell Daigo's people as well, but one of them is Kuni, and the other's Abayushi, and I don't really know her that well. And their reputations aren't for... Well, they spread things around sometimes. And I'd hate for politics to get involved in all of this.
I understand.
And yeah, you guys can head on up. She probably will try to get an audience with Daidoji, but probably will not be able to do so today.
Okay.
Runa's a little busy.
Yeah, I bet she is.
One thing that will make its way to all of you, there have been some unicorn that have arrived in the last day or so, and there's going to be a court session tomorrow to hear them and some other important events that are going on in the castle. So it's going to be the first time that really Daigo and Fumitaka have to sit together and solve a problem, and just do court in the same room. And it's going to be interesting, you think?
Is there a way to
Or at least
run?
as the castle opinion.
Is there a
Mhm.
way to run into Daigo? Or is
To run
he just
into Daigo.
too busy for that?
To run into Daigo, probably. To
Okay.
schedule an appointment to talk to Daigo, you could probably do. But neither he or Fumitaka have really been seen around.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah. There are a few people I want to talk to, but I would like to start with
Okay.
UA.
Sure. Before I maybe, because I imagine Katie will pass that on to you near the end of the day that Sheikah wants to talk to you, UA. I will ask, does anyone else have anything they want to do on that day you get back? Or I know that Morimoto, Akihira has stuff she wants to do with Kakita tomorrow. Kakita Jubei. But is there anything else anyone wants to do that day?
Try to figure out the name of the unicorn representative if I can, since since I have a talker in front of me.
Sure.
No.
Oh yeah.
You have the
Yeah,
awkward news
honestly-
of the crane.
You do, and he does know the answer to this. So he will say, "Oh yeah, we heard that they were arriving fairly recently. The actual business isn't known, but we believe that it's Ide Nanako, and she has a small contingent of people, a head of guard named Moto Ryusei, I believe. And yeah, I'm not really sure what their business is in here. Let me see. Actually, Sanji might have some idea. He might have some idea. Go on, Sanji.
Come on, Sanji, I believe in you. You got this.
Oh God, Earth.
He's grounded.
He's more scholarly than he is earthy. Let's see what he can do. All right. Not bad, Mr. Sanji. Okay. Nice job, Sanji. So Sanji will say, from what I know, the Ide, at least one section of the Ide has fairly old ties to the Matsus of this castle. So it might have something to do with that. Like, I think their grandfather and like the Matsu's grandfather, I think they were friends, or maybe more. I don't really know.
Right. Thanks.
The unicorn are interesting, though. I've met a few of them. The Motos are kind of hard to talk to, in my experience.
I can agree there. Yeah.
Yeah.
They can be. It depends on how you talk around them. If you just like, you could probably deal with them rather well. You just
surprisingly not really. I've tried, but they're more brisk up front. They're men of few words, women of few words as well.
Seems like you didn't find a good listener then.
Maybe not, but you've been a great listener. I've really appreciated talking to you.
I very much enjoyed listening to your tales and your hobbies. I've also very much appreciated the treatment. Yes, it was quite annoying dealing with, and he just gestures to his leg.
Yeah, you said like a cave or something, right? Did you say a cave? Can't remember if you said a cave.
Specifically, I said rock.
Oh, rock. A rock. Okay.
Giant rock.
Giant rock.
Yes.
Right. You have to be careful with those.
I do. Unfortunately, my speed was not with me. I guess I wouldn't dare blame the air kami, but they would definitely abandon me on my run. The wind was quite literally swept from under me, and then pushed behind me.
I feel that way often. He seems to nod in sympathy. I'm glad our unfortunate incidents brought us together for this conversation.
Yes. Do you think we'll be able to attend to the unicorn and scorpion conversation?
Oh, I plan so. I plan to. I imagine they wouldn't stop you just because your legs hurt.
Right.
No,
yes.
Sumi and Bayushi would really not appreciate it if I didn't show up. That's important.
I imagine it's so, all things considered. So, I guess we continue to rest and we continue to at least try to recuperate until tomorrow.
He nods. And yeah, you guys can do so. Okay. Toritaka Togashi, anything you guys wanted to do before the next day?
No, not really.
Okay. Then we will go to Katie, letting you know, UA, that Chica was looking for you. She stopped by a little bit ago, so I just thought I'd let you know.
Okay.
How things with Asako go?
Things went pretty well, honestly. We took the servant off a house arrest. She had put him on house arrest because he was, starting to be affected by what's going on in Norway. And we gave him a task. So, and I told him if he ever feels like he's in imminent danger, to come find me and I'll get him out. Because I'm
That's good.
very nervous for him.
Yeah, it sounds like he's going to be doing some dangerous work. But I think we are also in a little bit of danger ourselves. I mean, if we're actively looking into something like this.
Yeah, I think so. I'm nervous about it, but I mean, she believed me.
That's good.
And I think she's, she wants to tell Daidoji Bruna too. Actually, she wants me to help with that too. So hopefully, that'll go down well.
Yeah, I've heard Asako and Daidoji don't get along great. So
Is it
maybe
just
that's
'cause
why
of-
she went there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's very-
she's. I mean, like as a person, she's not bad. I mean, I think maybe she can get carried away and do a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah, crazy would be a good word from what I heard.
Yeah.
Just
But I mean, she's, I trust
Just-
her. I don't think she would throw me under the bus or anything.
okay. Just be careful with her,
Sorry, I don't
too.
know. Throw me under the cart. I feel like is a
Yeah,
better analogy.
Under the wagon. Yeah.
Yeah, under the wagon.
Maybe not. Just be careful around her too, though. I don't know her.
I will. How are things with you?
Not too bad. I, got reacquainted with the castle.
That's good. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think they probably just go into small talk.
Sure.
Go talk after that.
Okay.
She's got nothing really else to say. She's tired.
Fair enough. Okay. I'd imagine if you don't go looking for Sheikah after that, then it probably won't happen this night.
No, I don't think UA does.
Okay. Then the morning. Everyone, you can rest up a little bit. Those of you who need it.
Yay.
You know there will be a court in the afternoon to have the official like recognition of the unicorn's arrival and all of that. But there's some stuff in the morning to attend to. Morimoto Akihiro. I believe you wanted to practice training with your boy, Kikita Jubei.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you'd call him my boy, but you know.
Yeah. With
Not yet.
Kikita Jubei. You can do so. And in lieu of having you guys just fight things out, because that could be a minute, I'll kind of show you how he fights, just so you maybe get a sense of it, right? You can kind of do the same. Where is my boy? There's Jubei. He meets you though in like the early morning. To kind of do this. He doesn't really come with any armor. I don't know if you come decked out ready to go. That is actually a good question. How does she show up to this?
That's a good question. I think, well, in her initial thing, since you wanted him at his best,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it probably would be more like with practice equipment. So I'm gonna say no. Yeah, she probably came without her armor as well.
Okay.
They'll
Using, like,
probably have like some like practice pads on with like
Yeah.
some like practice, equipment, whatever, like made out of wood, nothing like super sharp,
Sure.
but just something that you could, you could play, you like, do. For
Yeah,
a
no,
little, but,
absolutely.
like, not.
Absolutely. You kind of dull the blades a little bit and get ready to do this. It's interesting as you both go to kind of take your stance here, as you have two weapons, which is not a normal fighting style for most people. And he doesn't draw his blade at all. He just kind of seems to almost sit at a ready position. And then he will just ask, "Are you ready?"
I'm always ready.
All right. Do me a favor. Roll like a the initiative roll, which is like a tactics and whatever ring you're gonna be in. I'll do the same for him. Or just roll a single die. I don't know. Why does it do this? Try again. No. Try again.
Out of curiosity, Derek, which one do I think he would be more impressed by?
In what sense? What
My
stance?
stalwartness or my ferocious passion?
I'm just gonna try to do it this way. Roll me a sentiment. Sentiment air, I think. Or no, sentiment fire. Just kind of theorize, I think.
Thank God. Sentiment fire. The success.
Based on what you gather from him, probably just what you're good at.
It does not help me.
Nope. I'm sorry.
I think okay, I'm gonna start here. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I can't make it do what I want, so I'm just gonna make it him a normal sheet and give him the correct modifier. There we go. And do it in air. It's still not doing it.
What do you need rolled?
His roll. It's fine. I'll just do it this way. So his air is 5, and his martial is 4. So 5, 4. There we go. All right. So he gets a 3, 4, 5. I think that'll be all he takes. I think that makes him go first, Yee.
Yeah, if it's just initiative, it would be.
Yeah, just initiative. So he takes 2 strength.
If you want, we don't have to do the whole battle. If you just want
Yeah,
to
no.
3 each martial melee checks, and then whatever roll happens.
Sure, just kind of like a higher total wins, if you want to do that for a minute.
Yeah, like we'll do like the beginning, middle, end.
I'm okay with that.
Ooh,
Sure.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, just do me your martial fire, or martial, whatever you want to use, real quick.
Not going great.
Okay. I think I'll keep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'll keep the 5 successes for the first. And I'll roll my. Maybe I'll roll my 1. No. That's why.
Derek, do you want me to add my strife?
No, you'll be at half by the end of this.
Okay, I'll take that. Yes, I was able to get a critical strike then.
Mm-hmm.
The 2, well, I guess I'd have to roll that 1. Which is nothing. So yeah,
Sure.
it was a 2 success, 2 opportunity.
Nice. Do you go for like a critical strike to knock him down? You can.
Yeah,
There's-
like a little kind of playful,
Sure.
wrestling thing going on here.
Sure.
Lose.
As you kind of go for this, one thing you can kind of tell is he seems to be able to react to it rather quickly. And this is just stuff I'm going to get you, like learning about him as you fight here. Each time you kind of reset your position, he always goes back to putting his blade back up and then going. He has an ability that you will learn called Wave the Crane, which does this. For some reason I can't. There it is. So your crit, like the criticalness of it, I would say you feel like is diminished a little bit in the way he fights. And likewise, you feel that like if he lands a good hit, it probably is pretty lethal. He doesn't strike extremely hard, but he moves very fast. Go ahead and do a second one real quick for me. Cool. I wonder why his sheet is broken. I'll have to just redo his sheet.
God damn.
Okay. He will take the 2 exploding successes, strife, 1 success, 2 opportunities to crit himself. And increase the deadliness of the crit technically. So this one, like you hit him pretty, you feel like you get a good solid hit, but like as you do, you feel like a blade at your neck. But he does like stop it. He doesn't even let like the blunted edge connect. Just out of safety. You want to do one more?
Yep. Let's go.
That's a pretty good roll. I did that wrong. Hold on. Hold on, I did that wrong. I'll just take the exploding success off the end, but it should actually be 5 red. Or 5 ring. Okay. Then it'll be success, exploders. And then success again. Actually, no, he goes for crits normally, so he should do 2 exploding successes. And then crit. Okay. So yeah, one thing I'll say Morimoto feels like if it came down to like a fight, like a long extended fight between you two, you're not really sure who would win. You feel like you might actually be able to wear him down quicker. But you might be sturdier than he is. However, if he gets one good hit, like in a fight, you feel like he would just, like that'd be the end of it. Just in the way he fights, he seems less like he is like actively trying to attack and parry attack, stuff like that. More of like he is just trying to land one really good hit, one very accurate, fast hit. So I think as the fight goes on longer, you feel like you are slowly getting like an upper hand. But the very beginning is probably where it felt the most in his favor. But yeah, you guys do train for a good bit. You kind of learn each other's fighting style a good bit. He does have to adjust to your two-bladed style. That seems to throw him for a loop, as you can kind of sort of block some of his stuff. And he doesn't normally have to deal with that. He doesn't quite know how to handle it. He adapts quickly, but it's clear he's not fought that before. But you get near the end. Actually, don't worry about taking the strife increase. I think mark your fatigue up by about 4, as you guys are more tired than you are stressed from this. So it's not so much like the act of taking damage as it is, just wear and tear, just getting tired.
Yeah. Does he notice any of the flirtation, or is he just full?
Oh yeah,
just like...
yeah, he does. And you kind of get to the end of it, and he will say that was very impressive. I don't often get to spar with many people these days. At least not for any extended period of time.
Well, I'm always open to the challenge if you ever need to do it again.
I might.
Very interesting way of fighting. Something that feels almost like the complete opposite of me. You have all this speed, yet you're choosing to wait for an opportune moment.
It's how the Kakita live, honestly. We're very precise, usually, in whatever craft that we pursue. Mine's just been this one. Yeah, I would agree. Yours is quite the opposite as well. You strike with fury. Restrained, but there, nonetheless.
It all just comes from having to fight all these monsters over the years. You have to withstand everything that they have to give you, but if you get even a moment, you have to hit them with as much power and fury to end the fight as quick as you can before anything happens. The quicker, the stronger that I am, the more lives that I'll be able to save.
When you talk about it like that, it's not too different then, actually. When you have an opportunity, take it, and take it quickly, take it forcefully.
I just don't think I'll ever be able to do it at the speed that you did.
Well, I can't do it with 2 blades, so that's multitasking in a way that I don't think I could do. Not properly, anyway. Yours is honestly probably a lot more useful in an actual fight, if I'm honest.
Yeah, but I think yours is more suited for the duel.
It
I'd be
is.
scared to go up one-on-one against you.
It's what it's for. You can end a war before it starts with a good duel, depending on who the participants are. It's largely the point of my school in our clan. If our clan needs champions to represent us, it's usually us.
Yeah, I think I'm just starting to get there now. After my home sent me on a mission to the city of the Rich Frog, things have just been sort of volunteered my way.
How do you mean volunteered?
Volunteered for me.
Hmm.
You know how families are. Everything's just about trying to be the strongest, the best.
I do. Very much I do.
Well, I'm happy to take up the mantle. Sometimes I have to think where I would choose my life to go.
I'd encourage you not to give up on that. Once you kind of accept what your role is, it gets very easy to stay in it. If you still have a choice in the matter, I suggest trying to still make that way.
Well, I definitely have the choice of seeing you this weekend.
He laughs a little bit. I would appreciate that. What do you like to do besides this?
I always loved finding new places, new food spots. I haven't had any quite fancy meals since I've been here in Humility's Lesson or gone out on the town yet. Sounds like something nice to do.
I'll see what I can find.
And I'll see you Saturday at 7.
And you make plans with Akita Jubei. Very well done.
Thank you.
All
Very
right.
Well done yourself, sir.
Togashi, Toritaka, Ren, Shika.
I've already
The morning
told you
has
what I
come.
want to do.
You have. We can try. You want to go try to find her this morning? Or sorry, go ahead, Tagashi.
No. Let her go first. It's fine.
Okay,
It's
sounds good.
Where is Yue that hard to find?
She was the night
Yue
before. but-
is currently she's doing Kyoto. She's trying to kind of lower some of her strife there.
Fair.
If I can also kind of do that as well, Derek.
Yeah, remove. Is that her passion, or is it just her trying to?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Is that
Yeah, you
the
could do so.
It is
archery?
her passion. Mm-hmm.
All right.
I would love to meet her. I have to borrow somebody's Yumi though. I'm
they
assuming
probably-
I
yeah.
know that she's doing that, and so I just go.
You probably. I mean, if you go out to like the garden where you normally go, you could probably see her there.
Yeah. Hello. Would you
Hello.
mind if I joined you?
Go ahead. I won't stop you.
She takes a few pulls, and she's competent but not great at this.
Sure.
I feel I owe you an apology. This is very stressful for her too, because, you know, this sucks. Apologizing is rough.
Yeah.
I do owe
Apologizing while shooting.
you. I owe you.
Yeah, and like you say I need to apologize, and like she looses that arrow, and it
Yeah.
goes.
Thunk.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, mine hits the target. It does not hit the
Yeah.
bullseye.
It hits pretty thunk.
Pretty thunk.
Pretty thunk.
I won't make excuses for what I thought. When you brought up the... Are we alone? Is anybody watching us?
Are we ever really alone?
Roll me a.
Scorpion are always watching.
I know,
Yeah,
that's
Scorpion
what
are
I'm
always
worried
watching.
about.
I mean, there's probably other people like out and about in the fields. Let's see who we got. Who could be about?
I
'Cause I feel
swear
like
to
the
God,
answer's-
if there is a scorpion here, I'm going to cry.
We got an 8 and a 12. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't do them.
Red wants to see the drama unfold.
One of them appears to be this boy who you've actually seen before.
Oh boy. The dragon.
He's actually not. Kitsu is
It's a unicorn.
he's a Kitsu or lion.
Oh right, he's a lion. I forgot because he's purple.
He is purple. He is a purple. Can't be any of them. Oh fuck. Yeah. The other one is this one.
God damn it!
She's out in the garden. She's not like actively watching.
I clock her and I'm like, I'm gonna speak very quietly.
Okay.
What is it? Is it just her vigilance score, right?
Yeah.
Just her vigilance. Would 3 clock her
Yeah.
Yeah, I
what-
mean you
if
can
I'm
see
like
her.
super into?
She's not
She's not hiding. She's not
Yeah.
like skulking. She's just out in the garden.
So she shoots. You shoot your shot. I shoot my shot. She says, "I'm not here to make excuses. I should have believed you in full." You've never done anything that would make me that would justify the doubt, and I would like to apologize for that.
I don't know what to say to this.
I have no expectations of anything. I just wanted it needed to be said on my end. I do know what it's like to not be believed, and I should have remembered that.
It's just, I won't lie to you. It's disappointing because I thought we were friends, and I thought I could trust you with that information. I put not only my honor on the line, but my family's when I said something like that. And to have you doubt me, I just feel like I misread the relationship.
It's fair. And it was not my intent. And again, I'm here to take responsibility and to apologize. Not to my issues are my issues. She kind of smiles at that a little bit. And I truly do view you as a very good friend at this point. So the fact that I did this does bother me quite a bit, which is my issue to deal with again. And I'm hoping that at some point we can get back to that point. I feel like I'm just saying things at this point, and I do apologize. I'm not trying to ramble.
I hope so as well.
But you...
Yeah. Is there something that I can assist with that might make up for this?
I don't think so.
After court, I plan to leave to go deal with a Ronin. It would be an honor to have you with me if you feel so moved.
My duties might keep me here. I have to worry about what's going on with everything.
As you guys are talking, you hear you have to hear Beishu say, "Kakita, it's good to see you looking well. I was worried your burns might keep you away." And you see Sanji has made his way down and is talking with Bayushi. Just kind of like a far conversation you guys can hear kind of starting up.
Mm-hmm. like she ambushed me a bit. I kind of glance at Bayushi.
She's currently smiling and talking with Sanji, who's... Oh, actually, she's listening to Sanji, who's talking excitedly.
Yep. I mean, Kaito continues just. She will empty her quiver, go retrieve them, and go again. I am getting that 3 strife away. Like
Sure.
I am getting rid of that 3 strife.
Sure.
I'm not listening to this. Well, I might be listening to Sanji a little bit. I might be listening to what's going on over there. But for the most part,
Like, is she
Yes,
open to
yeah.
conversation?
I'm in the zone.
Or is it not? She just doesn't want to talk
she's
right now.
she's tuned out.
Okay.
She's not in this conversation.
Okay. I think then
Alright.
Sheikah would just practice for a little bit. And leave it at that.
All right. Toritaka. Or Togashi, either or. I haven't heard from either of you yet so far. What do you guys want to do? The morning has arrived.
The main thing I want to do is with my group. I think in general, what Togashi would do during the morning, I think I would just. I want to go for a walk. That sounds nice.
You go for a walk?
I want to go for a walk. And I want to find like a very nice spot to just meditate.
Okay. Give me a meditation void check, please.
Depending on the time, you could probably grab Morimoto.
I mean, if Morimoto is like, if I come past Morimoto and I
think Morimoto's probably going to be busy with Kakita in the morning.
Honestly,
that's what I was saying. Like, it depends on the time. We would have done like the combat early in the morning, before most people were up.
Honestly, anyone Togashi sees in the morning, that's like a friend of his, he'd always invite them to meditate.
Sure.
But I will. So anyone who wants to join is very welcome to.
Okay.
Toritaka's gonna go fishing.
Whether or not you feel I would be there or not.
I feel like you probably either are sparring with Kakita or getting cleaned up from sparring with Kakita by the time he's in the morning meditating. Is my thought. And Toritaka,
washing me and my clothes.
Indeed. Toritaka, what did you say you were doing?
Gonna go fishing.
You're gonna go fishing.
Yeah. This is his own form of meditation.
Sure. I like it. Roll me a labor. But no, honestly, seafaring is more. I'm gonna say labor. Or no, maybe survival. Fuck, I don't deal with the trade skills often.
Well, if it means anything to you, fishing. He's not going to actually catch fish. Going to go fishing just for the activity.
It's like
to help.
Got it. Okay. It does.
Yeah.
Just do survival Earth for me then. Just for fun. Okay. I mean, then yeah, it's a not stressful activity for you. You could even reduce your stress by 2 as you go fishing in the early morning, and have moderate success.
Hell yeah.
Togashi, you go and you just kind of meditate on silence. You're not plagued by ghosts this time. You are left alone.
Can I also get rid of my 2 strife for this?
Can you what?
As well? Can I get rid of my 2 strife for this as well?
I'll say yes.
Yeah, continue.
Yeah, you guys do this in the early morning. And Ren, you said you're going to the court in the afternoon. Is there anything you're doing in the morning, or you're just resting until then?
He's going to sneak away from our dear friend. And then after he does
Okay.
that,
So Sanji actually gets up in
He's
the early
gonna-
morning and leaves, so you're good. Yeah.
freed. He's like a breath.
Yeah, you are freed.
Fresh air, but then he's gonna go
What's he gonna do?
search for the. He's gonna go search for the area where the unicorn representatives are, just to see if he recognizes anyone personally.
Sure.
He's gonna
Um,
go find them. That's what I should
yeah.
say. He's gonna go locate their.
Sure. Go ahead. You'll find them pretty quickly. They're getting ready for the court themselves. Roll me a government earth check, please.
Oh, it's already on Earth. That's great. Oh, this is gonna be horrible. It's gonna be great. So a success and an opportunity, which I'll just use to get rid of one of these. I'll see. But,
Okay.
pretty sure.
You said you're taking or not taking these? Sorry.
I am taking these.
Okay.
Those mine.
Then you have not met these people before, ever. I will say you have perhaps heard of which one would you have heard of? Probably Ide Nanaka. This woman. She is the eldest daughter of one of the lords of the Ide. Someone who actually did travel quite a bit into lion territory in the past. There were rumors that he was actually pretty good friends with some of the lion, which was unique because sometimes the lion and the unicorn relationship is very contentious. But this one in particular, had a good friend among the lion. Nanako herself, you probably don't know much about the personality with one success. But you know that he had 2 daughters. You don't know who the other one is. She's not the oldest. Nanako is.
Understood. Alright.
I actually need to roll something myself though, because your presence would be
no.
noted around. I just got to see if there's
no.
one guy who might know you.
No one knows me.
He's got pretty good earth. He's got pretty good earth.
No, he don't know me though. It's fine.
He's got real bad scholar. He's got real bad scholar.
He's shooting blank. He's shooting blanks. It's fine. Damn it.
Okay. How much does Morimoto look like he used to look?
He looks. His hair would have been shorter, but overall, he kind of looks the same outside of like the dragon garb.
Okay.
So, general disposition wise and the like, he probably seems similar, except minus, I guess, he's kind of like limping a little bit.
Got it.
So easily recognizable. Otherwise.
Sure. How did you say his normal name? The Barua.
Oh. Barua.
Barua?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So yeah, one person you do see clocks you is this boy. He looks a little puzzled at first. And one thing you can tell very quickly, this man doesn't look pleasant to be around.
Yeah.
But his face goes even harder as he stares at you for a moment. Something seems to click for him. And then he turns back, kind of briskly walks back into where the other unicorn are. There are some other ones, but they look like just general guards. Most of them are helmed. It's kind of hard to make out faces. These are the only two that are not at the moment.
Right.
And he makes his way over to this woman again and begins speaking to her. But you definitely feel like he clocked you.
Am I close enough to try to hear anything?
Do you want to be that
Keenly.
close?
If he just like notices being clocked and just like goes to talk to the person he noticed in a little bit.
Okay.
Keenly here.
Does he mind that he's? Does he care if they notice that he's doing so?
Because so as Moto-san just like notices him, he just stares back. He's just like, why are you just staring at me curiously? And then he just goes to talk to Nanako. In which case he's just like, trade secrets? I don't know. But then he's just gonna like, I guess, slightly just move closer, try to like listen in, maybe. Why not?
Okay.
They
Sure.
would, they would know. At least Moto-san would notice that he's trying to. That he's listening in.
Got it.
Because if their approach is
And yeah,
happening,
as
he'll
you-
approach. Like if that's like gonna happen.
Sure. As you kind of get closer, go ahead, roll me a Sorry, my brain is breaking. I'm gonna borrow your sheet pair. A I struggle with this. You're trying to read this or listen specifically?
He's just trying to. He's just going to. Well, he's curious about one thing, but otherwise he's just gonna just try to. Just,
I think I want like
walk up and listen.
a skullduggery air check.
Sure.
Oh, he's gonna walk up. He's gonna walk up.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if he walks up, then he will hear a bit of the conversation. Then, he will hear this man kind of say to Ide, one of our own seems to be here. One that I was unaware was going to be here. Did you know my lady? I did not. Is it the one coming? And you see, he spins and he turns to you, like full about face, and he approaches, kind of stopping you from getting too close to her. And he
Good morning.
you're tall. You're probably taller than him, I think, a little bit, but he just kind of stares up at you a little bit. Good morning.
Give a polite bow. I decided to disturb you before your audience, but I have a question if you don't mind my asking.
One second. I think the Discord server's lagging a little bit.
Yeah.
Let me check the thing
too. Okay, cool. Not just.
Oh, it's everyone. 1 second. Let me see if it's all servers or just this one. All right. trying to see. Is there a server we all have that's not this one?
My one-shot server?
You can try to call if you want.
I could just try to call everyone. That might work actually.
That'll work.
1 second. Let me do that.
I wonder if the other channels work.
That's a good idea. Hang on, let me.
We're suddenly green.
Oh fuck! I can't believe you've done
Wait, I
this.
think it's fine now.
Yeah, I think
Whoa.
we're good.
Someone
We
DM
just gotta
Jordan to
hang
call
out in
us up.
the TTRPG live game server.
Kind of curious if that was because I was on my phone.
No, it was everybody.
Yeah,
I was sitting there noticing it. I'm like, God, the recording's gonna suck.
I heard.
Yeah.
I heard.
Did it clear up? Did it clear up the moment I left?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about right for today.
Yeah,
So-
like,
But
makes
we
me
moved.
think that
I was
it
gonna
was
say
my-
we're in a different channel.
Oh, are we? Which
Yeah.
channel
The
then?
only thing
It's,
that makes
it
me
started
feel
clearing
was
up
my
for me, but
phone.
when Derek left.
Very cool. Very cool.
The only thing that
Okay.
makes me think is my phone is the immediate second that I reconnected just to like my computer, it fixed. My connection went back to green.
Weird. Okay. But anyway, this person looks at you, Morimoto, Ren, and he just stares at you.
Yes. I'm guessing that you at least had some recognition about who I was.
I do.
So, how? Odd question, because I have not been to the lands in some time. How has my sister been faring?
She fares as well as she can. She holds her own in the face of adversity, as she always has.
Right, she hasn't changed. Same station. Has she risen? Has she fallen?
She is where she was.
Thank you. Sorry to disturb your preparations.
What brings you here, to this place?
Well, I've traveled down from the lands of the dragon to do a bit of training myself and see other sword styles and the like throughout Rokugan. So, I eventually came here and settled here after discovering a goblin problem, if you are aware of that issue.
We have heard of it, though we have not seen it.
It's
We've seen its remnants, and I have noticed that this place these conversations are not for you. I apologize. I will speak to the lords of this place at the
Yes,
proper
yes.
time.
Yes. I've dealt with them enough, so it's fine. But that's what brings me here. May go to the crab afterwards, so we'll see how it goes, or I may visit home. Whichever one that may be. But, I apologize again for the disruption. I will be on my way, and I wish you good luck with the audience.
He gives you a brisk kind of nod. But and as you go to turn, the woman actually speaks up from behind him, a ways away. So, what is your name? Your name?
Miramoto Reinoe.
And this Moto Ryusei just kind of tilts his head. But the woman nods. I'm Ide Nanaka. It's nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure. I heard great things.
Have you?
He'll not.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear it.
I don't know why there would be otherwise. You're quite a figure.
You can see Moto kind of just glares at you a little bit, but this woman kind of just smiles at you. Thank you very much, Morimoto.
He'll just offer a bow. Again, as well as you, I wish you all the blessing of the kami in this meeting that you're about to have.
You see her face grow a little more tense at that, but she nods again.
And with that, he will politely turn and have a nice stroll just to recoup himself.
All right. Does he take any strife from that conversation? Do you feel like? Does it stress him out at all, or does he feel okay?
He feels okay only because of the news of his sister.
Got it.
Mhm.
All right.
Actually, I would say he actually probably gets strife because a bit of guilt would seep in as he's
Sure.
walking away.
You didn't sense any judgment from her, but from him, you've got a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything more before the court?
I don't have anything.
All right. Then
Oh,
we press on. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So the court. I did step away for a little bit. Could you TLDR that for me?
Sure. So basically, they're having an official court meeting that, like, all the same we're invited to again, in which both Daigo and Fumitaka will preside. They're welcoming this unicorn guest and her entourage here, as well as discovering why they're here, as well as going over some of the important business of humility's lesson. This will be the first time that Daigo and Fumitaka have sat down to try to work on a problem together since the night you guys got here and it blew up.
Okay.
At least officially.
I think probably after my meditation, I want to kind of grab everybody really quick.
Okay. You try to grab everyone.
Yeah, as many people as I can. If not everyone's available, that's totally fine. But if I can get just all of the group together.
Sure. As everyone's kind of filing in, you kind of try to pull everyone together outside of the place.
I want to do it
is
sometime
anyone-
before the court, by the way, like maybe an hour or
Before
two
the court?
before the court. Yeah, if
Okay.
possible.
Um.
I think
Okay.
that's probably better.
Yeah. You could probably get to everybody in like an hour before.
Okay.
Is there anyone who doesn't want to attend?
No, I would. I would.
Okay.
I'd attend.
I
if
attend.
I'm not super busy.
Sure.
Derek, you gotta have to give me a refresher on this one because this was last
Sure.
week and I don't remember what I had for breakfast this morning.
All right. What you got?
I believe the servant girl, she told me that her brother is
Yes.
under some sort of
House
house
arrest.
arrest.
Correct.
Sure. So, I have a belief that we might be able to deal with our corruption issue in regards to I don't remember who has it, I'm gonna be honest.
What do you mean?
Who has what?
It was a Daigo,
Motozan. Kuni
Motozan?
Motozan.
Kunimotozan. That Kunimotozan has.
Okay.
That feels like a new picture.
It does, but
It is a new
Derek's
picture.
It is okay.
I've had it for a few sessions now, but yeah. It's not the one I started with of him.
That's the guy from the City of the Rich Frog.
Yeah.
No.
Well, no. I'm sorry, not that's the other Cooney.
This is the
That's
demon
me.
Coney.
The bad Cooney.
Yeah.
This is the one that you guys suspects is an Oni.
This is the bad touchy Cooney.
Yes, apparently they have a servant boy who they believe has this sort of corruption. If we can prove his innocence, we can perhaps sort of turn it towards Modazan.
So he's not on house arrest anymore. Are you talking about goodness, Arma?
Is that the person's name?
Arima
Barry?
Zentaro?
The girl that you talked to's name is Ari Masaki, so that probably checks out.
Oh. Oh, must have been when I stepped away. Okay, well, that helps out.
He's been taken off of house arrest.
Oh, that was fast.
You've done it.
Yeah. Asako and I went to go visit him. Not too long ago. It's yesterday after we came back.
I write in my book some.
Okay, sure.
Before we go to court, what are we... Do we have a strategy at all? Anyone we want to target at anything? I feel a bit aimless.
I feel similarly.
I mean, I'm good to just be aware of what's going on. Making sure everything's, simpatico.
Nod slowly. Just for full transparency, this is probably a conversation to be had tomorrow. But Lady Bayushi has asked me to advocate for Daigo. She's holding something that I have a very hard time being able to walk away from. I know I've told some of you this already, but I wanted to be very open. So, I did not agree to anything, to be very clear. But she does know the identities of the Ronin who hurt my family, and the price of the other two names is supporting Daigo. I haven't decided what I'm going to do about that yet. I kind of glance at Katie. I'm assuming she's here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Katie just kind of looks at you intently, but she doesn't say anything.
But, like I said, I just wanted to be very transparent.
It's good to know. I believe you're... the Imperial family member who asked everyone to come here and didn't have a specific one that he wanted. So, you're not going against his wishes doing so, I don't think.
It's not just his wishes I'm concerned with.
I don't know Daigo. I only really know Fumitaka, and I like him, but you have to do what you have to do.
I think she would nod slowly and just leave it at that.
All right. Anything else before you all head in here?
I'm Gooch.
All right. You head in then, as a group. Pretty much everyone in Humility's lesson is in attendance at the moment. You can see both Sanji and Sumi are sitting together. Jubei's over by himself at the moment, even away from them. Daigo and Fumitaka kind of sit beside each other, actually, at the moment, though they each have their advisors not terribly far away. In the case of Fumitaka, it's Daidoji, and in the case of Daigo, it is Bayushi.
Is Lady Bayushi married already? Or is this like a thing?
I would say you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Whether there's a thing there, you maybe have to observe their interactions a little more to kind of really feel it.
Okay.
You know, on the other, at least on the other side, there is.
Oh yeah, no,
Wow.
that is if the rumors that we'd heard wasn't enough, what Soshi had said was plenty.
Sure. Speaking of which, Soshi is also in the room. He's not terribly far away from Sumi and from Sanji. Though he's not like immediately beside them.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of just chilling. Asako is definitely by herself at the moment. No one is near. But she seems content. She's smiling to herself. You do see Kazuo is here as well, Bonnie.
Mm-hmm.
Already kind of in the room.
Has he been hanging out with anybody?
At the moment, not too much. He's kind of just been around.
Okay.
But yeah, everyone's kind of getting situated, and you guys can do so as well. Do you all sit as a group, or do you have people that you go and sit by?
I don't mind sitting as a group. Is there anyone you guys want to sit next to?
I mean, I would motion Kazuo over because, you know,
Mm-hmm.
he's supposed to be sitting with us.
Sure.
I think I'd just be trying to sit close to you in case anything happens.
Okay. You do also see Kuni in the room. He's not near like at Daigo's side, but he's like over on his side, right?
What are the vibes
Of what? The room?
of him? Is he looking at anybody? Like, because we just, you know, mostly.
Is he staring daggers into UA and Toritaka?
Like, in our general direction?
I want a vibe check right now.
Yeah, so you roll with cinnamon air on him.
Sure. Ooh.
Because this is fun. We love this.
Sure. Take the one?
Oh.
Okay.
Hold on. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes and 2 opportunities. What are the air opportunities? We love
Very
air-
good in this situation.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta find him. There it is.
Derek, I think Morimoto is going to avert her gaze.
I
From this man.
would like to use my 2 air opportunities to notice an interesting detail about a character in the scene.
Which one?
Guess. Cooney.
I don't know.
Cooney
Uh,
Motozan.
okay.
Sakomai! What's her curse?
Derek's like, I put like 30 people in this room. I don't know
Yeah.
who you want.
Sakumai's advantage is that UAs are friends.
Uh,
So I have 5
So-
successes, and I'm using those 2 opportunities for that on
sure.
Cooney.
Something interesting about him?
Yeah.
Sure. Something interesting on him is he doesn't really have a lot of old jewelry, aside from a kind of goldish necklace, or a gold necklace that actually has lion iconography that you can kind of see peeking out from under his tunic.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it's completely clear. With 5 successes, he's definitely clocked you guys, but he's not. There's no immediate like sense of malevolence or spite or anger. If anything, he's a bit bored
Okay.
or impatient. Maybe that's the better vibe. I think bored is easy to pick up for all of you. He's kind of gently shaking hands with people, talk to him, but he don't think he wants to be here.
Are the proceedings about to proceed?
The proceedings are about to proceed if you are ready for them to proceed.
Well, if they're proceeding, then I wouldn't interrupt
Proceed the show.
proceedings.
Indeed.
Do I get anything with 1 success?
With 1 success,
Yeah.
he don't feel like he wants to kill you right now.
That's
That's
great.
great.
That's
But
great.
now-
Gotcha.
Actually, I
I
have
mean, like,
3
in this moment.
successes. Hold on.
I got
3 successes.
I got 3 successes and
Okay.
1 opportunity.
Not 3 successes, 3 opportunities.
Okay.
Sorry. What can I do with the other one?
You likewise, you get that he's kind of bored with the whole thing.
Oh, can I use my last air opportunity, because I actually had 3, to learn his demeanor and current strife?
His current strife right now is 2, and his demeanor
It's murder.
is detached.
Okay. Good to know. He clocks us, but he's not ready
Yeah.
to like jump on us.
No, he doesn't look like. Those are the people that foiled my evil plan. Right?
Would be a
He's
little,
like-
little too easy if that was the case, I'm guessing.
Indeed.
Peasants.
But yeah, the proceedings begin. And as they do, there's a bit of fanfare and some music as the unicorn officially enter the court. The Moto leads the whole thing, kind of stiffly walking in. And he presents Lady Ide Nanako. And she walks in. She is dressed very extravagantly, even more so than like when you saw her earlier, Morimoto. She's just like super well dressed. Lots of just jewelry, like unicorn jewelry, adorning her right now. As she comes in, kind of bows to the 2 brothers, who kind of do the same. And it is Fumitaku who speaks first. Lady Ide, you are most welcome here, though the arrival is rather sudden. Is there some way that we could help you or your family? And she will speak. My lords, I come on behalf of my father and my grandfather. They, firstly, wish for me to pass on our family's deepest condolences about the loss of your father. He was a rather great man and a good friend to my grandfather. And she kind of motions over to one of the servants, who kind of opens the door again, and a few soldiers actually come in with what looks like very beautifully like crafted horse armor, with iconography of the lion. We wished to present this as a gift to you on behalf of our family for the great many things your grandfather did for us. He showed us kindness in your lands, and we have not forgotten. And Daigo will speak. This is a very thoughtful gift. Thank you, Lady Ide. We, of course, accept it and thank your entire family for it, as well as for their well wishes. There is something more. It is the wish my grandfather and my father that our friendship as families continue into further generations. That is why they sent me here to speak with the Lord of Humility's Lesson and to extend on their behalf an offer of marriage between that person and myself. And both, you see both Daigo and Fumitaka look a bit surprised. Neither of them clearly are ready for that. In fact, pretty much no one in the room is.
Sheikah's eyebrows fly up. Like, she doesn't even pretend to try and hide that one.
And Fumitaka kind of speaks first. That's a very thoughtful and gracious offer. I'm sorry, we're just this is unexpected. And you can tell he's a little like surprised. Though I would say as like quickly as you can see, Daigo is surprised. He seems to kind of go stoic again really quickly. And he will stand. Lady Ide, your entire family, from your grandfather to yourself, do us great honor with this offer. As you are probably aware, the situation at Humility's Lesson has not been fully resolved as of this time. However, rest assured that if things are resolved and I sit atop, I will accept your family's offer with great honor, as such a request deserves. And she kind of bows her head a little bit. And Fumitaka, and he kind of overlooks over to Fumitaka to see how Fumitaka will respond to that. And Fumitaka, after like just a moment of deliberating, will say, Lady Ide, this is something I will need to discuss with a few people. Just he kind of stammers and stutters over it a little bit.
I have a question.
Sure.
A couple of questions. What is Bayushi's reaction to this? And what is Ide's like, is she is this weird? This feels weird.
That's two different things. Roll one would be like a politics earth for if this is weird, or even a politics fire.
A government fire? Or wait,
yeah.
which one? Fire
Government.
or earth?
This will be, we'll say earth, I think. As
That'd be to
for-
recall. When you
Mhm.
want like air for like analyzing the situation.
I think to recall as if like this happens a lot, or I mean, you could analyze like is the whole situation fucky. I guess you could technically do that. It's just not going off of historical precedent in that case. So for that, Bonnie, I mean, political marriages in like this sense are pretty common in Rokugan.
Right, but this feel like the fact that she just walks in and goes, "I'm gonna marry the next Lord of Humility/N."
Sure. That's a little weird. In the sense of it's, they don't know it's coming.
Okay. And this, like, as a deer, this would almost be like a breach of protocol, maybe?
Not necessarily. It's just unusual.
Okay.
Most of these things are planned out.
And my next question is she getting the reaction that she expected? Or is she just like, this is the deal?
Roll me a sentiment air. I'll roll something for Miss Ide.
We're gonna take...
There's a few people that are trying to read that on her right now.
Oh. 3 successes and an opportunity.
Okay.
How's Narumi taking this?
How's Narumi taking it?
Yeah. I mean, she's a daughter of the
She is.
daimyo.
Yes, indeed.
I forgot she was here.
She is.
I would say, yeah, because, like, yeah, I want to know what she's kind of thinking of this.
Yeah, sentiment air for her as well, if you want.
Excellent. Would I get anything if I took the 2? What's the TN here?
I'll let you know. I gotta find her. Where is my girl? Matsu Narumi. Oh god, your air is that bad. Alright, hold on. That checks out.
Yeah, my
actually.
air's
No,
real bad.
no,
actually.
not you. Hers.
C-Day.
Hers is real bad.
You're right. My air sucks.
2. You could probably read her.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll take him.
From her, you get frustration.
Okay.
Like my life just got got harder.
Yeah. Okay.
Is she...
But not entirely like, oh my god, but like also like there's something here that I could use, right? Like this is not a terrible thing.
But also like this
oh,
made
God.
things complicated. Yeah.
Like I gotta solve through this. I'll be glad if I do, maybe, but would you roll, Bonnie?
I rolled 3 successes and an opportunity.
Okay. 3 successes. You get the sense she's kind of gauging the 2 of them right now, gauging their reactions.
Mm-hmm. Are either reactions a surprise to her, or was this what she wanted? This does not feel like an uncalculated move on her end.
No, it's not. You don't think she's surprised by either response so far.
Okay.
She's just kind of reading the two.
Oh boy. What do I want to use this opportunity for? Who fucking knows, man? Oh. I'll use the opportunity to learn Soshi's demeanor about this specific.
Soshi?
Yeah.
He is intrigued. This is interesting. And he's looking at the unicorn with a little bit of distrust,
Yeah.
I think. But it's interesting at the very least.
Okay.
Fumitaka, though, will kind of stammer his way through, like, I will need time to, consult some people. So she kind of bows to his answer. But you're welcome to stay here until we've resolved that. Thank you, Lord Fumitaka. And Daigo will speak. Yes, you're of course welcome to stay here, and I'm sure once my brother confers with those he needs to, he will likewise come to the similar conclusion that I have.
I mean, does Daidoji look like she's about to blow a gasket?
Hold on. Angry is probably not the right word. You can tell she's going through a lot of emotions at the moment. But she's actually doing a fairly decent job at being kind of stoic.
I'm proud of her for that. Like, I am. Good job, girl.
All right. Thank you, Lady Ide, for the gift and for the renewal of friendship and the offer. Daigo bows to her, and she kind of goes off to the side for the moment. Though Daigo promises that at the very least he will speak with her when this is over. That's the very first and big event that happens here. Then they begin to discuss some other things. They begin to discuss, most immediately, and more fully now, the goblin threat on humility's lesson. With Daigo kind of taking the lead on this for the moment. We have seen trails of goblins all throughout the entirety of our province that we have to look after. The raids, at least in their most devastating form, seem to be occurring on the eastern side of things. Brother, have you managed to figure out where these are coming from? And Fumitaka will kind of speak up. Actually, no. I think it is Daidoji who steps forward at this point. And you can tell like they're kind of being performative, but it's for one person at the moment, and that seems to be Matsu Narumi, the head, or the daughter of the head of the family, as they are kind of directing towards her.
Is she acting as the Daimo's like rep here today?
Kind of, yeah.
Or is the Daimo here?
Narumi?
No, the actual Daimo. Is
Oh,
the Daimo here?
The actual daimyo of like the Matsu family is not here.
Okay.
Matsu Narumi acts as her
Got it.
representative. You think.
Got it.
But Daidoji kind of speaks up. Our people have managed to discover that we feel very confidently that the goblin threat does not originate on our side of things. Rather, that they seem to be growing more on the interior, in the area between Scorpion and Lion Lands. If so, we think that it's likely they have a cave or several, somewhere that they can operate with relative safety and launch raiding parties to our side of things. To that, I would ask you, Daidoji, or you, Matsu Daigo, if you know or found anything of that sort. And it's actually, again, not Daigo who would speak. It is Bayushi who will kind of step up for him. We have indeed discovered several small cells of goblins, though any that exist have been quickly eradicated, and we have not seen anything repeated in those areas. Perhaps there were originally raiding parties on our side of things, but Daigo has very quickly dealt with any of those. I would say it's more likely that you have some that have built a base somewhere on your side of the river are now going up and down the coast, hitting your places rather than going all the way around past Humility's Lesson, where we would see such boats and causing issues. I think it's more likely that you have them still on your side of things. And they're going to kind of argue, they kind of point fingers, honestly, a little bit at each other. And I got to roll some stuff. They going to blame game it a little. We're going to see who is making more headway. There is Daidoji.
Daidoji versus Bayushi. This ought to be interesting.
Indeed. Daidoji is approaching it from more of a reasoning perspective, and Bayushi more inflammatory. More accusatory, I should say. Fire versus earth. My girl Daidoji is in a little bit of a rough fight. So here is Bayushi. Here is Daidoji.
Okay, okay.
I see her. 154. It's not. They're both doing pretty well.
Bayushi's
So
got the
Bayushi-
explosion, and so does Daidoji.
I need to roll for her real quick. 1 second. 2, 4. Actually, I think Bayushi will take 3. 3 successes and then blow her 1 up. Another opportunity strife. She'll take it. And Daidoji Runa is going to reroll hers. 3 successes again. So I think it's 3-3. Neither one really making a lot of headway. Bayushi's kind of accusations of like, it's far more likely they're on your side of things. You're the one like constantly being attacked versus Daidoji very calmly stating that we've scoured the coast. There is no trace of boats any further down the coast. They're not down. They're not down, and have been all the way up towards Humility's Lesson. It's not on our side. Neither is really being more persuasive than the other. I need to check and see what each can do with their opportunities real quick. That wouldn't be bad. Okay, so that's what she's gonna do. Okay. All right. So yeah, neither one's really being super convincing yet. The Bayushi will kind of pipe up and say, your claim that they're not on your side and hinges entirely on the thoroughness of your search, and from what I understand, you do not have a great host at your command at the moment. This castle is fairly empty these days. And Daidoji kind of looks to her and says, through no fault of Lord Fumitaka, I can assure you, nor of Daigo, that is of the men who made the decisions that they did and had themselves exiled as Ronin. But the point stands that you don't, but they have a strong enough force to confirm that they are not on your side of things. And some people are gonna try to help the others. Let's see, there's gonna be another roll here in a minute, just kind of more of the same. You can see like the bard will actually kind of speak up. Just out in the court itself, she'll kind of stand. They may not have scoured every inch of things, but I do hear what people say in the towns. I do listen to their stories, and I have heard nothing of great goblin camps on our side of things. I've heard tales of strange happenings in between the territories, but nothing of substance on our side other than the raids. And probably Kuni will speak up and speak to Bayushi. And I have been confirming that there's been nothing more than small goblin camps that we have scoured. Myself and a number of other lion have been actively looking and destroying them when we find them. And I have found none in any recent days. They have moved, they have migrated. At least that is my belief. And I'm going to roll another roll, and they each get a die. See if anyone's making any ground. They're doing a bit of a social combat right now.
I want to look to you, right? Does she look like she's about to say anything right now?
Yeah, if you guys want to jump into the quarter and say anything, let me know. Right now, this is just different sides kind of arguing stuff.
No. Yui doesn't really have anything to add, unfortunately. As much as I want to jump in here.
I'm
Yeah.
taking notes.
Yeah,
the
I
fact
mean,
that he's,
I
like,
don't feel
blatantly
like
lying.
we have anything
That's fair.
that is not gonna get us challenged to a duel right now.
Okay.
At least from Sheikah's perspective.
Boom, boom. They each get
She-
an additional die.
Yui leans over to Akihiro, like, hey, if I say this dumb shit, are you gonna... do you want to be my champion in this duel?
I volunteer!
Um,
I volunteer as tribute!
I write this down too.
okay. So, even without going too far into this one, I think. Here, I'll roll for Daidoji to see how she does, but... Oh, hold on. I should just go... I should eat my words. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4... 1, 2, 3, 4. So she gets 4 successes, though she's strifing pretty hard right now. And then she gets 1, 2, 3, 4, and then she'll roll 5. So Bayushi's actually making a little bit of ground at the end of all of this. It's very incremental, but her kind of expert in the field is kind of helping sway some people. And as this is kind of happening, Daigo will kind of speak. I think what is very clear right now is that humility's lesson, the prime focus of the commander of humility's lesson, needs to be on dealing with this threat. That has been my goal since our father passed. Brother, I hold you in great respect, but I do not feel that has been yours. And yeah, you laugh, Bear, but there's tension as he says this. And Fumitaka kind of looks like he's been dreading this a little bit, but turns over towards his brother. Brother, I worry about this the same that you do. I may not wear the same stern face over it, but I do try to handle this best I can with resources that we have, that we share. And Daigo nods. I have no doubt that you are trying. But you do not have experience in these things. None. I'm sorry that it is coming to harsh words at this moment, but they need to be said for the safety of those here in the castle and for our citizens abroad. I know what I'm doing with this. I know how to handle this problem. Help me help this area. Let me take all.
Uh-oh.
And Fumitaka, yeah, like this is, now this is becoming like public record stuff. And Fumitaka will say, my father told me that I needed to do so, that I needed to take over humility's lesson in his final days. We discussed this. Brother, he was not well in his final days. He trained me his entire life to do this. I do not wish to throw doubt on what you heard, but he was not well. And you can see up above, just in Narumi, just kind of tapping your finger a little bit. She's getting a little antsy over the whole thing. But also she's letting it play out. She isn't stopping it. And Fumitaka, he stares at his brother for a good long moment before kind of closing his eyes, and then you see more resolve behind them as he will say, he was well enough, brother. He knew what he was saying. I don't know his reasons, but I know that he had them. I gotta debate how Daigo wants to proceed.
Are we sitting down?
You are at the moment.
Is
There's-
everybody else?
Everyone's kind of, yeah, pretty much. Everyone's kind of sitting aside. Yeah, no, everyone's pretty much sitting aside from the two of them. Even Bayushi and Daidoji have kind of fallen back respectively a little bit.
I'm kind of glancing over to the Sakumae. What's her working Can I read her?
Sure. You probably can. I mean, she's not super hard to read. She's watching the two of them, but then her eyes go over to the Cooney and then back, then to the Cooney, then back. She's kind of gauging his reaction.
Okay. Okay. I also want to gauge his reaction.
Sure. Roll me sentiment air. Hard to
I'll
read.
take the opportunity.
What are you gonna do with it?
Opportunity. I want to learn another character in the scene's demeanor, and their strife.
Tori is super confused and has 2 strife.
I think I'll do a Sako.
Okay, what are you trying to get from her?
I want to know what her demeanor is and her current strife.
Her current strife is 4. And her demeanor, hold on. Fanatical.
Okay. Do I get a feeling like she's gonna stand up pretty soon? Like.
No, not right now.
Okay. Then I'm gonna let it play out.
You get the feeling if the Cooney does, she might, but that's it.
Yeah.
And Daigo seems to come to some sort of conclusion. He seems to stand up a little bit taller, looks down at his brother. You say that you are primarily focused on this issue that is plaguing the entirety of our land. However, that is not what I have seen in the days that we have been here. And Fumitaka looks a little, man, I don't know. Sad's kind of a word for it, but just like, it's very much like a don't do this type thing. And Daigo continues. You have been reclusive. You have not worked with any of our generals to help deal with a grand plan to scour the land. You have been enjoying yourself from what I understand.
Oh, are people looking towards our group? I'm assuming Katie's with us.
Katie is with
even
you.
the side eye kind of thing.
Yeah, there's probably a few that do. A few people that know. If you look towards Diadoji, and she looks stiff right now. And Fumitaka will say, we all have our private lives, Daigo. That is not stopping me from doing what I need to do. By any means. If you insinuate anything else... And he kind of leaves it there for a minute. And there's, just this moment of tenseness before Daigo says, "But I insinuate, brother, is that your prime focus is not humility. And it has to. I can't wait for this to resolve. We can't wait. This place can't wait. Those dying cannot wait. Renounce your title. Renounce your hold on this. We will settle this personally. And Fumitaka looks sad, but also just... Now he looks a little more determined. As he's now had his honor pretty publicly questioned in this way. then we will settle it. And he nods. And again, Narumi is just tense, but she's not stopping it. We will fight to the death then, brother. Do you accept? And Fumitaka's eyes go a bit wide. We do not have to do that. We do. Or renounce it. You will lose no honor in it. I can't. Then you accept. And yeah, I'm not gonna say anything other than that. But Fumitaka will nod. Very well. I name my right to name a champion. And Fumitaka kind of looks a little confused. I name Kakita Jubei. And there's murmurs in the place
Does Kakita look surprised?
when we send Minair.
Oh boy.
And what is Kunimoto-san's disposition?
2.
Yeah.
And 2 and an opportunity, and I definitely am looking at Kuni for that opportunity.
Okay. So with 2, what I'll say, he doesn't look horribly surprised. He looks a bit resigned. To it, as he goes to you see him stand up. With the opportunity, Kuni is sitting very. He's sitting intensely. He's matching kind of everyone else's energy right now. Did anyone else roll anything? And this is a big moment, so I'm curious.
Just
Did
wanted
at
to
any
see.
point he look at me during this?
He does not.
I just wanted to see Kunimoto-san's disposition in general over how over the course of this conversation, if he had any.
Sure. Sentiment air for you as well.
Keep losing it there. There he is.
Okay, so you're not going to get anything on him.
Yeah.
You take the opportunity to try to get something on somebody else.
Who else? Actually, what? I want to know how Ryusei's taking this.
Ryusei.
Moto Ryusei.
Okay. You get the sense he doesn't fully understand everything that's going on. He's, the Moto aren't like the greatest at like Rokugan tradition, right?
Mhm.
He understands like somebody's fighting somebody, but he doesn't know exactly what all of this means.
Got it.
But Jue stands. I would, of course, be honored to fight for you, Lord Daigo, if that is what you wish. And there's more shocked whispers, and one person you see who looks furious, I think. I don't think she can really hide it, is Daidoji. As she will kind of go and go to say something, and Fumitaka like actively stops her, and they exchange very hushed, angry words for a minute before he turns back, and Daigo will say, "If you so wish, I will rescind the challenge, and you can revoke your right. We are not too far past that. I cannot. Though I do wonder how long you planned that, Daigo. I thought ahead. Something that people need to do if they're going to rule over areas as large as this. We couldn't afford to wait. We cannot. Please reconsider. And Fumitaka does not. Three days then. And with that, Daigo will turn back to the crowd. This court will be adjourned for now. If any of you wish to speak to me, talk with Lady Bayushi, and she will arrange something for you. I'm sure my brother will do the same. And he will actually exit the room. Very, like, head held high for the moment. Bayushi will stay. And as he kind of strides down the open stair and out the open doors, the whispering of the court begins to go in earnest.
I would like to speak with Bayushi.
With Bayushi.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anybody else?
Actually, before I leave, I will murmur very quietly, I had a thought about their father. I'd like to discuss it later. But with that, I will go talk to Lady Bayushi.
All right. You head up, and you can tell she's gonna get busy very quickly. But you kind of get there relatively first, and she looks to you, Lady Sheikah.
Not sure why you needed me if you had this planned.
Oh, I didn't hope things would ever get to this level by any means, and I still do need you, Sheikah. It's one thing if he does win this way to still convince people that he is the leader that he is.
Is he?
He is.
What makes you so sure?
He didn't sit and wait to play politics while people died. He saw a way to resolve this quickly, as it needs to be. This is larger than the squabble of two brothers. This is a province. A province under siege. And he put his personal feelings aside to do with them.
It's a hell of a personal feeling to put aside, your own twin brother.
It is. And all the greater because he could do it. It's what honor demands. It's what his station demands.
Can Kakita beat him?
What do you think?
I haven't seen either of them fight. Although, from my understanding, Kakita is rather skilled.
Fumitaka is skilled as well. However, I think being as skilled inside the person that you are, look at Fumitaka and look how he's just acting to it, and you decide if he thinks he can win. I have full confidence that if he puts this aside, Daigo will still accept his. Will still accept it if he renounces the throne. Daigo does not want this.
And what do you think about the goblin threat?
I think it needs to be resolved quickly.
It's not getting any better despite everyone's efforts. Why do you think that is?
Because the efforts are split, the resources are split. There are two different commanders, and both have different ideas on how to solve the problem. We need one unified front.
I guess what she's trying to figure out is
Mm-hmm.
how much does Bayushi know about Kuni? I don't know how to bring that up though without tipping my hand, and I don't want to do that.
That's a
yet.
hard one. That's a hard one to figure out. I mean, if you can figure out how to word it in a way that like gives you a
And if Daigo wins, what's the plan there? From there,
Well, I've only talked to Daigo a little bit about it in recent days, but from what I understand, he means to specifically locate wherever their grand nest is using all resources available among the lion and those around us if they'll assist, find them, and exterminate them at their base.
how will he find them?
I mean, he is a far greater strategist than I, but if I had to take a guess, he will use the lion trackers that we have, as well as any who would be willing to assist in that. From what I understand, we have several who are skilled in tracking such corrupted creatures here. Perhaps even the Kitsu would come and help.
Not the Kuni?
Kunimoto-san is doing the best that he can, but there are goblins in a number of places, and he is one man. He's been an extremely helpful man, but he's not been able to eliminate the threat fully.
Unfortunate.
It is. But again, if all resources are pooled together, I have no doubt that we can accomplish that. Sheikah, she'll kind of getting close to you and say, Sheikah, ask a good amount of the lion's soldiers in this castle who they prefer in charge. They'll be happy with the result of this.
May I be perfectly frank for just one moment?
Of course.
I have a hard time trusting a man that is willing to watch his brother die.
She kind of nods in sympathy to you on that. Kind of, you know, she knows a bit about you. I can understand that. But would it be better to waste time and allow other people's brothers and families to die? He's doing the only honorable thing he can do. He's
Does it
giving them
have
an
to
out,
be
and he won't
to-
take it.
Does it have to be to the death? Really?
He sees it as the best way to make Fumitaka stop. I have no doubt. If it was just an injury, Fumitaka might be willing to bear it more. I cannot stress enough, he doesn't want this to go through.
I think she doesn't really have much else to say right now.
Okay.
She kind of nods. Good evening.
Good evening, Shika. All right. Other people.
I told the group that I'm setting up a meeting with. I'm gonna go try to set up a meeting with Fumitaka. You guys can join me
Okay.
if you want to.
Yeah. I mean, I would join the
Okay.
meeting. I don't know if it's happening at the same time as my conversation with Bayushi.
I
Sure.
would
She would let you know about it if we get it
Mhm.
set up.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'd
Well,
probably be there.
Sure. What about you, Togashi?
Yes.
No, you said you were going to do something, so I was asking what you wanted to do. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was saying I would join the meeting. Yeah.
I understand. Okay. Then yeah, UA, if you go up to do so, it's probably it's no, it's probably Daidoji who meets you. She looks down at you. Lady Kaito.
Doji, I need to set up a meeting with Fumitaka. It's urgent. She would also, I guess, before she goes over to Daidoji, like, she would say this to Osako, too. Like, you could join in on this if you want to, but he needs to know. We've got 3 days.
Oh, I agree. Someone's making moves, and I'm curious if it's him. And she kind of looks over to the Kuni.
Yeah. But I would also include her in on the meeting. But
Sure.
I do go up to Daidoji and I say, me and my group have important information that I think is really pertinent that Fumitaka at least knows a little bit about.
It's imperative, even given the nature of today's conversation.
It is the most apparent. It is even more so.
All right. I will let him know. I'm not sure when it'll be. I will try to set it up as soon as I can. I will do this, Lady Kaito. I'm sorry. I will handle it. You can tell she's happy.
Please get us in within the day.
Roll me a. This almost feels fiery. Just like the urgency behind it. I don't know.
Yeah, I see that.
Roll me I'll say maybe courtesy fire, or even command fire. Like do this.
I'll take courtesy.
Sure.
Courtesy.
I'll do it. I'll do it. You said
I'm gonna
like,
go ahead and spend some XP, but I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah. Fuck. Would one do it?
I'll say this. Yeah, someone will come to give you advantage. It'll be Sako Mai. Well, not advantage, but give you a additional skill die. And she'll say, it really is quite imperative. It might be important to know all the pieces on the board of what's going on here. Is that 2?
I can only take one. It doesn't matter. I can only take one.
Okay, yeah, sure. That's right. And yeah, but part of it maybe just like Daidoshi doesn't like Asako. But she kind of looks at her and then looks back at you. See what I can do.
Do you want him to live or not?
She. Whew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will go there.
Sure. Asako's eyes will widen a little bit. And she will Daidoshi will glare at you. Daidoshi's a tall woman. Kind of
And
glaring
I
down
will
at you.
stand to her. I will stand to her.
Sure. There's a threat on his life. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
More than. All right.
It could be a threat to all of us.
All right. I'll let him know. I'll send for you this evening. She does back up a step. She kind of accepts your urgency a little bit. And will kind of... She won't stay and talk to you anymore, but she'll walk over. And Mai will kind of say to you, very well done. That's about the only thing she respects.
Good. I'm glad.
She's a very blunt lady. I actually like her a lot.
I haven't really gotten to know her that well. I don't think she likes me very much, though.
Same boat. Maybe it's a Phoenix thing. Maybe she doesn't like the Phoenix. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
You head back. Yeah, she doesn't like any of the Phoenix.
That's not fair.
Well, I mean, Yui wasn't on the list at all. And maybe she won't be.
I will explain my
She said-
conversation. Sorry.
Sure.
I was
Go ahead.
gonna say I come back to the group and explain my conversation with Bayushi.
All right.
This is not good, and we all agree this is being everybody's dancing on a string right now, right?
Oh,
Just
yeah.
Quite a fine line of walking.
There's like a lot of text in my journal, and I'm like, and then I just say I completely agree.
I will say this. I don't know which one is going to be better for Humility's lesson, and frankly, I don't know if it matters at the end of the day. But I don't think that one of them dying serves anyone.
No, it doesn't.
It does not indeed. So we have 3 days to try to resolve this in some way.
Whatever you need. I look at everybody. Whatever you need from me, tell me.
I think we need to figure out what Fumitaka is actually doing to kind of move this along. I think that's the first step, is talking to him and figuring out what needs to be done, what is being done. And I think we need to be transparent about what we found.
Is anyone particularly stealthy?
I can be.
It might be time for a more direct action against the puppet master.
By the puppet master, you mean?
So I'm assuming we're still in public, so she's speaking in code.
Sure.
He just eyes in the direction that
Yeah.
Kunimoto-san was.
Yep. She kind of nods a little bit.
Well,
At
in
least
that
something.
case-
Proof maybe the which clan does the proof thing? Is it
That
you?
would be the dragon. It is the something investigators. Is it the Morimoto investigators?
Kitsuki
No,
it's-
investigate.
Okay.
What is
Kitsuki.
it? It's
The
Kitsuki.
Kitsuki investigate.
Evidence may be the domain of the Itsuki, but it can't hurt when presenting something to Fumitaka. Right?
I guess my issue with pardon me for a moment with Kaito-san going she's sneaking all by herself, or with Kaede, I mean not Kaede, the other Kaito. Jesus Christ, you know names. With any distressors to Kaede. There we go.
I'm not trying to be panicky or anything, it's just a thought.
Yes. I'm not trying to be panicky either, but I'm saying if we do take that route, I personally would like to accompany them as well, just for a more stealthier approach, since I'm not donning heavier armor or loud armor, and I can handle myself if so
push-
need be.
I would
if a
feel
dis-
better if you came with us.
And if a distraction is needed, I could try to engage Kunimoto-san. Or no, she wouldn't say his name. I can try and engage him while you do your thing.
Right. That would work, but if they notice you, they recognize and openly do so while you're doing that, not in this public space, just figure out a sign, or I guess have Miyamoto-san somewhere nearby, possibly.
I agree.
It's just a dangerous game we're about to be playing, and we have a limited amount of time to play it, so a limited time to figure out the moves. And one wrong misstep can cause us a bunch of problems.
She nods. When you know when you're going to do it, tell me. Let's get through this meeting with Fumitaka first, though.
Great.
All right. We'll call it there for now. As you guys begin to know the urgency, and the time frame is really put on things for the first time. And someone is making moves now. If it's Daigo, if it's Kuni, if it's the Scorpion, if it's anyone. Moves are being made, and now you have to figure out what yours are. And next game, you will show your hand to Fumitaka.